Welcome to the ESL 1 Cologne EU qualifiers, where we're going to get into our grand final matchup. Well, not quite grand final matchup, but an upper bracket final matchup. It technically is a grand final because the winner of this particular best of three will be moving forward to attend ESL 1 Cologne itself. So for Heroic and Vitality, this is their best shot at victory and glory right here. The loser won't be out of it because it is in the upper bracket. They'll just be dropping to the losers final, where they'll be facing off against the likes of either North or, I believe, Avangard. Yes, that's going on in our final match of the day here. Of course, that's all to come here on the Cologne stream and the EU side of the bracket. I'm the Eternal J. I'll be taking you through today's matches here on ESL CSGO. And this could be a fun one. I think most people do have Vitality pinned as the favourites, and understandably so. They've got a lot of talent. They've got a lot of firepower in this roster. It's for that reason that I imagine that they probably would end up being the victors here. I certainly am of that opinion. Heroic struggling ever since their last LAN victory way back in November. Not always going and challenging for those LAN spots, not getting many invites. Had to come to this close qualifier through the open qualifier, but they've shown up a lot of teams. Taking the victory against North yesterday to get here to the finals, so let's see whether they can try and get control of the first map of the series. It's Mirage and a CT start for Vitality. It's already going to go well as RPK, Alex, Zywoo and Apex all combine together to lock down the short rush coming through from Heroic. A very quick round as all the pistols line up for the headshots. And Heroic will lose the first round of their map pick. Of course, Nuke and Overpass are our second and third maps, Nuke being picked by Vitality. Heroic not off to the best of starts out here on the T side. They're going to go for another rush here on the force buy round. A flashbang in from Blame as he puts us forward, and NATO Safix, newest addition to the roster, will move straight in against RPK, trying to isolate him back towards the bench position. Does take him down for the opening kill of the Heroic side. Rifle's getting swapped out to Blame F, and the plant should come through in a moment. Well, Apex going to sneak forward and actually deny it on Tag's part. CZ still going ham, and Blame and Starman going to turn it around to a 1 versus 3. Vitality walking straight into the meat grinder with Heroic pistols, and Zywoo's left alone with an M4A1S, and Starman with a 2K will hold down control of the rush. A very nice force buy from Heroic, setting up a back and forth affair already. Vitality forced down to a force buy of their own right. Heroic straight out of the gate with the aggression and managing to secure a decent footing back in this map up. Scouts come through from Zywoo, playing out towards that mid position. When he gets in that AWP though, that'll be the real fun times. Very small contacts coming in across the map, mostly to the apartments. Apex will take a little bit of damage to the AKs, but no headshots, no kills just yet. Zywoo still trying to find one player in the mid position. He'll let them cross out towards the stack and also leave underpass control as well. So Heroic full mid control at this stage and looking to move further towards the connector position. Starvin backing up his teammates as they all rotate up, and one man is already in connector. Blame looking for a shot on a CT player. One out in the open. Zywoo boosted up on top of Ticket Booth. Ready to face him for headshots, and he lines it up on Starvin. Nice on second face from Zywoo. And two players down. He'll look to hold the control. MBK is dealt with, but two CTs on rotate from short. Tag will try and block them off because the bomb is under contention. Rotate around, finally catch one. Flashbang over 4 points of health though. If he goes down, this could be disastrous. Freiburg going to come in, rotate up as Blame F does go falling. Headshot for one on Act 10. And now Zywoo, 7 points of health. He's landed 2 stellar headshots. How many more can he find? Misses out on Freiburg. Goes back in for Tag. No scope to the headshot and lands it as well. But the wall bang from the AK, the veteran, will just about cinch the round there for Heroic. Vitality doing a lot of damage with that force buy, but not getting the round means that in the end it won't amount to a major victory essentially for the CTs. And the eco should come through for the CT side once again. Easy as that. There's 2 kills found. Up to the mid position, Vitality will stack and they will end up falling down. 3 kills untraded, make it 4-2 on the MAC 10. Means that Blame's going to get a lot of money out of this. $1,800 a kill bonus. Vitality looking back to the buy. Bit of a weak buy. Orp could come out for ZywOo, but he'll be glass cannon with it. I mean, considering he was hitting such good headshots with the scout, he might want to consider it. Yeah, he will go for it in the end. Flash and smoke to support it. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if he bought the scout with head Kevlar. Just based off of how many good shots he was hitting in that last round to clutch it. Heroic once again going to set themselves up to the apartments. They're going to move quick into this one. Already smoke being set up by NATO Safix. And they'll look towards the mid position to try and gain some control. And Apex getting ready for the rush. As soon as he hears footsteps, he'll pop that nade off and try to do as much damage as is possible. But Heroic, other than their initial utility contact, will not give much information to the Vitality side. As flashes in, great nade to respond. Only does so much damage to the MAC 10s as Freiburg rounds that corner, takes Apex out. Still got RPK to the backline zone for a bench, and he'll be dealt with by Blame. Quick on the rotation is Alex, but he's not got a hold of a presence here on the B-bomb site. And Vitality might throw in the towel off the back of that. 5 versus 3, no kills, and yeah. Hold on to that AWP as ZywOo, hold on to the AUGs, because it's a 4th for Heroic. Awkward start on the pistol, but much better responses on the force buy and rifle rounds. M4 recovered for Freiburg and everything. No AUGs for Stalvin, but that's fine. 5 rifles regardless. The SMG's doing their job, and Heroic's economy is going to build regardless of the SMG kills coming through for them. A good start for Vitality, but a better response from the Heroic side. 4 rounds in a row for the T's. NATO Safix is going to upgrade to the AWP. Okay. He was an exciting pickup for the Heroic side. I wasn't sure if he'd stick with that AWPing role, but it looks like he will. He goes straight into the mid position. A challenge on ZywOo. Who's going to win this out? It's ZywOo. A little bit quicker, about a second quicker to the sniper's death position. NATO Safix didn't stand a chance on that one. The angle was locked. The man quick to the trigger finger, ended up getting the kill, and Alex will be able to follow through for Vitality over on the B-bomb site. 5 versus 3 as Freiburg falls in the apartments. Hasn't got bomb control just yet. He's not going to extend that far up, although if he did, he'd be completely uncontested by Heroic. They have left this pretty conspicuous spot open. A fall back here as well. Rifles doing their damage. MBK comes up with a kill towards connector and a secondary one onto Starvin as the T side just crumble. Blame last man, AWP in hand, now spotted. Headshot, burst fire coming in for MBK. Triple kill on the A-side defensive. With good fires coming in from ZywOo and Alex to kick things off. It's a very good round once again for Vitality. The back and forth affair will continue. Full-blown buys coming out. Vitality have a little bit extra headshot firepower on the 2 AK save to RPK and Alex will try to take that to the middle area. Heroic aren't going to challenge this, as this time they're much more passive alongside the entire T-side line. Out to the apartments, a little bit of power to control, no ramp, no mid. Heroic trying to make Vitality overthink and fall out of these positions and take more passive control. And they have gone for more passive control. Heroic can make their way into the mid position uncontested. Go to underpass. 2 players down from the apartments area as the bomb yet to commit just yet. They'll try and flush out connector, which is again unchallenged by Vitality. Probably look to boost in Sniper's Nest, which is also unchallenged by Vitality. We'll rotate a player up there in the end, and Apex might be able to do something with this. Smoke's over, so he won't be able to look in just yet, but the boost coming through will put these guys within touching distance, and Apex heard the jump. He knows what Heroic were trying for. At least 2 T-side players up bottom mid. And they'll fall back, playing this continuously passively. I mean, Heroic spending a lot of time to play this all the same, and they'll finally strike with an opening kill. Alex trades it out immediately, but Starvin with a trade right back. 2-for-1 favor to Heroic, and they're going to focus fire here on B. 2 players to defend it, including the AWP of ZywOo, but he's back up in RPK, down and out. Nice connection from Freiburg. And Heroic, confident as anything on these B site hits. Starvin will be traded back by MBK at least for 1 trade. A little bit more damage done to the Heroic side, but 3 players alive should be able to maintain control of the second AWP if Freiburg wanted to go for it. I don't think he will. And they'll fall out of this one. MBK just grabbing that AUG. Also looking to save. As Heroic stack up here on the T side, and I gotta give credit, you know, those B side hits, despite the fact the first contact looks to be looking good from Vitality initially, Heroic, the flashbangs, the smokes, all the utility they're putting out over the apartments is just looking crisp. They're winning out the fights for it as a result. Vitality still have a little bit of loss bonus to get themselves into the next buy-up. AWP drop for ZywOo. And they're going to go for the standard A-site execution. They've got the full sets of utility to do it with, so CT, connect to jungle, stairs. Potentially a couple more siphon smokes in the middle of the bomb site could also come out, but it looks like it's just going to be fast execute coming out right here with the standard smoke set up. 1 player to find. Oh, what a trade from Starvin. Nicely done onto Apex. NBK falling all the same, and Alex up on the stairs. Will be siphoned off. We'll try to take some blind sprays, but Freiburg does the exact same as he gives up his position. And Heroic just overrun the A bomb site. Well, B executes look good. A site all the same. Some blind shots utilizing information so perfectly, Heroic. Saw the tracers coming in from Connect to Jungle, blind shot onto him, found the man on bomb site. Alex also firing away from the stairs, and that trade came through. Vitality getting punished for being a little bit overzealous here. Of course, that's perfect for Heroic, stacking up a 6-2 scoreline on the T side. And considering they're not too T side biased, this is perfect for the Danes. Well, I mean, for the 4 Danes and 1 Swede. This will force out a pause here from the Vitality side. It looked like a confident start of the pistol, but every round since then, it's mostly been Heroics. Even though they've got the loss bonus kicking in their favor, they should not have enough to go for the full buy. They might justify a force around the AWP and the AUG. There's a lot of utility still kicking around for ZywOo and RPK. Have to buy the head Kevlar. Difficult for the likes of NBK, and that's the main issue. They might just force the 2 rifles and get an SMG or something for NBK. They drop an M4 instead. Alright, then that also works. I completely forgot that ZywOo had money. That's also fine. They move up. Alex looks in. Nice nade onto NATO Safix to start. That came into the apartment. So once again, RPK and Apex playing those nades in. A second one going to land at his feet. Actually lands a little bit too deep. So the AWP stays alive at just a little over half of his HP. And continues to hold down the apartment's control with this bomb on the back of Freiburg also being up close. No commitments from Heroic just yet, though. Going for the mid-control, very passive mid-control. Same for Vitality as they just look on towards underpass, hoping to catch vision onto a player. The smokes will go up and they will gain that mid-control. Other Molotovs coming in as the AWP tries to focus fire and catch one of the T-side players off guard. Apex also towards short, so a 3-man crossfire set up, and Heroic don't want to take their chances with that. I think they got the information. Will instead rotate back to the apartments, grab the bomb, and decide they want to commit to the A site instead. They've used a lot of their smokes to gain the mid-control, so they can't go for a full-blown execution towards A. They are flip-flopping with this strategy right here. Going back to T-spawn, up towards top mid, rotating out of the apartments. What is the setup for Heroic? Freiburg got one flashbang to get them into the connected area, but ZywOo, good read, responds with a Molotov and stops them for a few seconds, and there's only 20 left. MBK facing, takes out Starvin, nailing towards ramp. We're going to reface back to the connected area. Good flashbang timing will catch him off, but 10 seconds remain. This bomb needs to get onto the bomb site right now. As ZywOo turns on, Tag turns for a quick trade back, 6 seconds remaining. They've still got connected jungle control, and Apex dropping that bomb for the last time this round will force NATO Safix to save. Heroic. Where was the confidence, lads? Such good fast hits in from B and A, and this time just none of that being shown. Apartments control, mid control. Rotating in between that and T-spawn and just not figuring out where they want it to go. But they have got a full buy, and that's what's important for Heroic. Buy back into the next round. They're going to go for a much more standard setup. 3 players over on this A site. Probably put some utility down. Try and sell them on the idea that the A site hit is what's going to come through. Using the default setups, hoping for a bit of aggression perhaps. Yeah, flashes in from NBK and Blame. Going to evade that, continue looking onto the ramp position. Vitality do start to get a bit overzealous. Again, they were punished for this during the execution, but NBK will come out on top in the first phase. Blame not quite ready for him to turn back around. That's a nice flick towards the head of the man, so. Opening kill for the Frenchman. And still 60 seconds to go for Heroic to make the hit. NBK's pushed up all the way through the ramp area, so. I've lost a lot of map control here, Heroic. Now opt to go back to that B bomb site. Again, running out of time in these rounds. ZywOo. AWP shot to face against Tag, and he'll shoulder bait it to push him off of the connector position. But that might be for the detriment. He's rotating up to B as it looks like the execute for Heroic will go the same way. Smokes down from the CTs, flashbangs that they're ready for the Ts. Smokes as well from NATO Safix. And here they come. Starvin and Freiburg, the first 2 players out of the gate for this one, trying to evade right here. Apex inside the corner will peek up, take down 1 player, but it's quickly traded back with the veteran. ZywOo and RPK will respond, however, taking 2 more back, leaving NATO Safix alone. And he gets mopped up all the same. So defensive looking good. And Heroic will take a tactical pause. Kinda need to. Again, the confidence was looking so good in the early 8 rounds, and now Vitality more punishing some mistakes, more punishing the fact that Heroic taking so long with these defaults, getting no information, no opening kills out of them. Often losing the opening kills as well. And then when the execute comes together, it's so weak. Not quite as fast, not quite as aggressive. So how will Heroic change it up this time? No AWP for NATO, 5 AKs. Against the single AWP for ZywOo with the rest of the rifles coming in for Vitality. Another 3-2 split from the Heroic default and trying to flash their way in. Freiburg might set them on a fast hit. Instant Molotov and nade response. They're baiting a little bit of utility on the Vitality side. A lot of Molotovs being used, in fact. Smoke's coming through, flashbangs over Freiburg. Gonna try and fake it. He takes out Apex to begin, but that does not prompt a rotation from the CT side. Tag down to 11 HP, and Vitality just leave RPK back on the bomb site. Boosted up at this 1 position, so if they go for the apartments hit, then they're going to be basically up the creek. And he can shut them down before calling for the rotation. He'll see nobody else, so that means Vitality can keep their presence held towards mid and A. And speaking of A, Heroic is going to start for the execution here. Smokes up, flashes over. Alex will try to buy a bit of time in the apartments in case Freiburg's still lurking there, which he is, but low on HP, probably should not be getting much done here. As the hit comes through from Heroic, NBK around the corner, will spot Starvin, turn around for the spray and the trade of the 4 vs 4. Spotting Tag as well, but Tag comes up with a headshot. ZywOo can't see him at the edge of the smoke, but eventually finds an angle. and turns us back to evens here. Heroic still with a bit of time, 30 seconds on that clock, but no more smokes for the connector jungle cross. ZywOo comes up and Freiburg goes down. It's Safix and Blame. The last two players, well, 2v2 trade. ZywOo, the AWP does go down, but the M4 trades it and drops that bomb out in the open, so Blame's got a hell of a task ahead of him. Turns on towards Alex, taps his way through, but can't get the tag, can't get the kill. And now out of time for this one, 10 seconds, going to aggress the cubby corner. Alex has played this one perfectly by getting out of dodge, and Blame, no chance of this one. He's dead out of time and dead out of chances at this stage. 5th on the board for Vitality. As despite the fact they gave themselves a few more seconds to work with, it didn't quite go down the way that they wanted it to. With the CTs playing Ring of Rosies. A wild game of goose chase essentially towards the end there. They will hold on to an AK for the T side, but Blame's going to suffer a lot more in terms of economical damage. It was a pretty lopsided buy as a result. Deagle's in, 1 smoke for tag, 2 flashbangs for Freiburg to enter. And here they come, straight out for the pistol, execute the try, get this bomb down. MBK with the first kill. Alex will spot 2, catch one of the headshots, second kill coming through as well for him. Ends up with only 2 as the rest of the T-side players fall to the likes of NBK. And Blame with the AK. All that stands here for the T's. The bomb's been dropped on a bomb site, so can't really do anything about this. Had secured the bomb plant, then sure, I would see why he'd be backing off. But it will take his time with this one. We saw a number of rounds where the Heroic side were playing things super patient in the last couple of days. Blame will make his way onto the A-bomb site eventually here from Palace. They know that that bomb's there. They've got vision onto it. They know it's been dropped. And the headshot just not getting landed on the CT player as ZywOo swings out from Connector, takes himself an AWP kill. Will be all evened up by Vitality here against the Heroic lead. The eco did come through though. The economy's a bit lopsided. Blame's going to have some problems. I imagine if Nato wants that AWP, he's going to have to sacrifice the CZ and the utility for Blame, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Instead, Nato's not even going to go for the AWP. AK with utility instead. It looks like Heroic want to go for the full-blown execution, take things back to basics. This was uber confident when they brought it out a few rounds ago. The smoke's on. Response comes through from MBK as he tries to make his way down towards Sandwich in response of the positions. Heroic smokes up towards Connector Jungle, but not CT. They've got a second wave that can come through, trying to force a mistake from Vitality. But you can see that MBK has used this opportunity to get super close. And as soon as the second wave of utility gets thrown out, he's going to call for rotations and try and stall for time. Flashbangs over. Essa tag around this corner, spots him. And the flash is good to blind MBK. Response, nades and molotovs coming back from Vitality. Will stall the Heroic push for a moment. They've used all their utility though, and they're going to have to force a rotation back towards the B bomb site. They've drawn all of Vitality's forces away from this, but they've still got ZywOo back over to market. And he will just to try and keep an eye on the apartments area. As the CTs re-rotate back out to standard position, spread thin across their line. But 2 players here to hold B, and one of them is ZywOo with the AWP. 1 kill to his name, back to 4v4, and continuing to reface his teammate with the AK, sprays up. RPK gets the first kill of his round, as Freiburg trades him back. It's all left to ZywOo in the back of the bomb site. Starvin will deal with him, so 3 versus 3. HP is low on the T side line, and Alex will take advantage of that. 2 kills to his name, but not ready for Blame. Still up in the apartments, gets the 7th for Heroic. A very quick round, a very aggressive round, and that's much better from them. When it comes to just sheer aggression, Heroic seeming to trump Vitality every single time. The execute looked pretty good. Dealt with the advanced players from the CT side. The rotations also thick and fast. Although the trades from Vitality were great. It was even better from Heroic. Keeping 1 player alive in this round. And now Nato Safix to get that AWP out against responding to ZywOo, but both economies are pretty crippled. Heroic will be better off because of the loss bonus, but Vitality need a second chance to build back on this CT side. 4 players stacked up on A. ZywOo challenging the apartments will force a rotation from Alex, but he still holds this angle well and true, and he gets the kill on Starvin. Okay. Gap on the smoke, I believe. May well have been. Boost up from MBK, does not see NATO, he does. Catches him at the top of the smoke once again, a 5 versus 3. Spots another man on the boost spot, sprays man, he can't take us a tag down. Blame will get the trade as a result. It's a 2-for-1 trade, favor to Vitality, and they've got a lot of information in that mid position. Knowing their short control, knowing they've contested this. ZywOo on his toes will not be ready for S attack. Back to 3v3. RPK comes up with a trading connector, leaving only the T-side forces back on B. As Alex swings around for a kill. Nice headshot coming out. They'll fall back. Flashbangs in, allows Alex to get to the other side. But Freiburg, 1v3 clutch. Still looking for this man. Rounds the corner, gets the headshot. 80 points of HP, so we can still manage to get this bomb plant down and set up a pretty decent after plant. Might still work out for them. As Apex comes in, Freiburg looks towards Shaw, gets the second kill on for RPK, who's low HP, and Freiburg wins the clutch for Heroic. Isolating those 1v1s and finding the angles and the timing perfectly. 8 on the board for the T's and Vitality. They really will be crushed. 5-7s, there. 5-7s, the Eagles, P250s. Scouts and MP7 and Heroic just going to go fast in towards the A bomb site. MBK got a lot of work to do. Gets the first headshot, not quite the second. No S attack, trades it out to the trade right back. Blame holds on for a little bit of time. 3 versus 3 scenario, and again, the weapon advantage well and truly favors the Heroic side. Orb shot from NATO. ZywOo comes in with a scout shot, can't get the second man. So it's all left to RPK. P250. Bomb yet to make his run to the bomb site. He knows where Freiburg is at the very least. Heroic taking their sweet time with this one. There you go. RPK finally faces, and that's the end of it. 9-6 half for Heroic. Pretty good T-side half, all things considered. Awkward start, and in the end, Heroic managed to maintain control and take a 3-round deficit above the Vitality side at the turn of the half. The Danes will lead at the end of this one. Vitality take a moment to think about things. How they're going to approach this T side in particular. They haven't been known to have an amazing T side. And Heroic obviously stomping them out on their map pick. Probably likely to take control of the map as a whole, but we'll find out whether that will be the case in the next one. They have got a CT side up to face for, and usually Mirage is known to be a CT side map traditionally. I'd say it's kind of shifted over a little bit to be more balanced. Probably some strats that Vitality have practiced, honestly, I'm not really sure. We saw them get a confident pistol at the start of that first half and then kind of crumble to pieces by the time the force buy and rifles came in for Heroic. So let's see if they can try and replicate a similar sort of situation for the Danes. Or maybe them to just take a pistol and take a confident conversion after that. That'll probably be even better. I'm being told the Festival round is about to come to fruition here on this matchup. Heroic obviously in the driver's seat for this one, going into their own CT side. How much of that trademark Vitality aggression can we see? How much can they pull out of the hat? I think we're about to find out. Again, if you're just joining us, 9-6 at the turn of the half for the first map of this best of 3. Heroic leading here. Let's see if Vitality... Let's see what Vitality will be using for this pistol round. Seems like full Kevlar for most players. P250 dropped out for RPK playing Raid Boss. Single flash smoke for Apex. Going to the mid control. Bringing out the utility actually towards the A bomb site, interestingly enough. Trying to sell them on the idea that it will be a pistol execute through the A site. Heroic playing retake for that particular bomb site as Freiburg's back over on B with the defuse and the smoke. It's RPK spots and tries to tag up, take down Essa tag. Aggression being shown as the rest of the T-side players move towards mid, and it doesn't even matter for Essa tag. Quick connection to the headshot. RPK is down. That's the P250 out of play. As Nato Safix moves in towards mid, catches a lot of information, dropping that bomb. We'll get a kill on the way back out. He is traded by MBK to a 2 versus 4, though. It's favored to the Heroic squad. Both players from Vitality held in very similar positions. Going to try and boost one up into Sniper's Nest. It's NBK going up there. The bomb going to wait in middle. Face around to go well. He spots Freiburg, dinks him down to 4 HP, continuing to face around. Can't get that frag though. He will just push him back into passiveness. And hold face here in the Sniper's Nest. 50 seconds on the clock. The T side to go here, and they're going to wrap back out and go towards the B bomb site. Starvin and Blame. Starvin up close, headshots are plenty, spotting out one towards the apartments. MBK cut off his head. ZywOo also falling down. Nice stuff from Starvin. Good bait, actually, from Blame. Focus towards the apartments, not checking their right-hand side. And double digits hit for Heroic at the pistol round of this half. Was a fantastic follow-up round from the fantastic half that they've had so far on T-side. CT side looking to go well for these boys. And Nato Safix, case in point. Essa tag supporting with a little bit of damage, but the scout shot was what got the frag. Two more players line up and knocked down by Blame. MBK also in a mid-position, dealt with an SMG kill coming in over towards the A-bomb site. All 5 stay alive for Heroic. Very confident stuff on the eco, but now Vitality have the buy. There are AKs aplenty for the Ts. No warp potential for ZywOo, unfortunately. But no bomb plants will leave usually in a situation like this on round 3 of the half. Heroic going to stick with the exact same buy-up. Scout for NATO, 2 AUGs, 2 SMGs, and already Apex going down a lot of HP in the challenges in mid-position. Starvin, however, will pay the price for it. First casualty of the round. He does do a lot of damage to 3 different players as RPK, a 100 HP player, is taken out by Blame towards underpass. In that damage to 4 versus 4 now. And Heroic, slowly but surely, make their way into backstab positions. The T side up top mid have no idea this is about to hit them. Essa tag ready, ZywOo not. It's a trade that he's willing to just stick with. The smokes are out. You can probably go for the rifle. Swings around, looks for Alex. Spray is good. $1,200 recovered by him in this round alone, and an AK picked up. He'll fall back out of dodge. Knowing that he's dropped that bomb, knowing he's dismantled the crux of Vitality. MBK could work back in on the A bomb site, but he's got to get the bomb there, and Apex is very far away. Nato Safix also moving up as MBK makes his way into Sniper's Nest. They're back on the bomb site. They have no idea that he's made his way up here. He'll spot the first 2, line them both up, and look for his 2K. Nice and easy there from the lone rifle on the A bomb site. Vitality didn't check every angle, didn't check CT. One big gap for Heroic to just insert themselves in, and Vitality not to expect it. See a half buy, more force buy for MBK. The pistols and armor out for Vitality, going straight into the B bomb site. Apex going to set up some smokes to try to go for the hit as meanwhile the flashbangs come over and Freiburg starts things off. Alex will be able to respond with a CZ kill. It's a quick hit coming in from Vitality. All 4 remaining CTs are going to rotate up to the defensive positions. Alex gets that AK in his hand. Could line up 2, but he's got his knife out, and Blame will punish him for it. Close range from RPK to Starvin. Looks for Blame all the same, but Blame ends up with a 2K in a 3 versus 2 scenario. 2 versus 2 USP enough to take the headshot, and Apex will go down to NATO Sapphix. 3 kills for Blame. But damage done to the heroic side, and with a buy coming through from Vitality, they could still limit the economical state. It might look like a bad buy in the next round, but it won't be looking like an eco or a force. $7,000 still on Blame, a little under 5,000 for Esatag. $4 grand for NATO Sapphix. Freiburg are starving of the main issues, but I imagine they should get dropped rifles. Vitality go out to the mid position once again with Blame looking first contact. Great flashbang and the support from his teammates. Alex also tagged up the 3 HP. Will get away alive with the kill. But these are trades that can work well for the CT side as Freiburg burns alive but gets 2 kills for his trouble. Starvin, meanwhile, on the B-bomb site, working off his veteran sacrifice. And the earlier mid player in Alex now left alone. Very exploitable kill. And NATO Sapphix didn't even need a 50 cal bullet to take him down, but he'll use it anyway. 14-6, Heroic not losing a single round so far on CT side. Confident as anything against Vitality. The move comes forward into the mid position on the eco here. A little bit of Kevlar being brought up, but it's pistols. It's nothing compared to the rifles coming through. Starvin's already got 2 picks. A lot of damage done to ZywOo and RPK, and the nade in might actually take out RPK. Oh, not quite. 7 points of health. NBK working in from the ramp area, gets himself 1 good headshot. Meanwhile, Starvin working in behind the T side line here, and Connector takes down 1. Try and drop that bomb, couldn't take down ZywOo, so it's a 2 versus 2 suddenly, and a couple of rifles being picked up, but they're very exploitable. I wouldn't be surprised if Heroic still won the round regardless. The bomb plant can come through unless Freiburg flicks around and denies it out in the open. Nicely done from him. 20 kills so far in this matchup, and just in 20 rounds as well. Having a really good performance for Heroic. NBK out of options, 40 seconds. If he wants to rotate to B, he's going to give up so much information to do so. And Heroic are playing for retake. Look at these angles from Freiburg and NATO Sapphix. One watching CT, the other watching jungle, suspecting that NBK will look out towards the bomb plant on A site. Fakes it once the plant towards ramp will confirm their suspicions on the CT side, and they move together. Freiburg swinging out. NBK behind danger box. Might still have a chance to clutch this. He'll face him eventually, but the headshot comes in and Freiburg doubles up for this round. 15-6, Heroic. Utterly flawless so far here on CT side. And Vitality, 9 map points to go to OT. Otherwise, the Danes will be taking the first map in this series. It's a bit back and forth in the first half, but this second half has been looking all Heroic. As the full buy comes in once again. From both sides this time. A lot of money still kicking about for Heroic, so they've got a little bit of savings they can dig into if they lose out, but 15-6 Vitality. Very far behind, the AWP's in play. Vitality playing carefully around this default. 60 seconds still left to go for them as they make their way into the apartments, looking for an apartments execution. Got enough utility for it. Starvin and Freiburg Two very good players to defend it, I will say. It smokes up to allow the cross from ZywOo as the flashbangs come in the T-side straight out of the gate. It's Starvin and Freiburg. Crossfire set. Starvin sprays, manfully gets ZywOo down to open up the round. Freiburg is traded back and Starvin's pushed off angle. We'll look for Alex and barely gets that kill. Try and turn back around for Apex though. The flank is good from the T-side, but the trades are just as good from the Heroic. 3 versus 3. Nades in, bomb down, retake up for the CTs. They've got defuse kits. But not everyone's in position. Still waiting for Blame to get towards mid. Or towards short, rather. He's in mid. Now moving up with the Molotovs coming through on the main force. Apex going to hear that flashbang, knows what's up as MPK takes S-tag. And Blame goes down all the same. NATO Safix, the AWP in play, takes MPK for the first. Looking back for a bit more. Going to wrap at AUG. And now to round that corner, look for Apex. Second kill. Third frag against LPK. Can still work out. Close range positions. Taps that bomb once. But can't force a mistake against RPK. 2 kills for him, and Vitality just stay alive in their 7th round. Heroic a little bit late to their positions. I feel like there probably wouldn't have been as much pressure on NATO Safix if Blame had got towards short and flashed his way in to support the CT retake. Be a tactical pause called by Heroic in this case. Slightly to figure out the intricacies of the economy, because not everyone can buy and not everyone could get drops, I don't think. Freiburg should buy, S-Tag should buy, Blame and Starvin. Well, they've been dropped actually a rifle already. I think Starvin receiving one from one of his comrades, but yeah, actually it was Freiburg, $7,000 spent in the round, so they should be able to buy together. But next thing is also to shut down Vitality, because that was more down to the fault of Heroic in my opinion. Again, retake wasn't fully set when the retake come in, so the smoke's going out towards that mid position. Oh no. And I've got the smoke bug. Why do I do this to myself? I've made a grave mistake. This is not good. So this won't come back until the smoke actually deloads, but I'll keep trying my best to try and get us out of this. Come on. There you go. Alex will strike first towards that middle area. NATO Safix going down. But Alex traded back in mid-position. Blame still got that control. Apex will keep the trades going and keep Vitality with the man advantage. But a lot of damage done to him and ZywOo. Starvin close, almost got the headshot. ZywOo just falls out, but re-smokes up the sniper's nest. So blocking off Heroic from getting this control. A little under 60 seconds left to go on the clock for Vitality to make the hit. They've made this happen before. Some nice clean access line towards the B bomb site. Backstab coming through from S-Tag. Might bracket in MBK, but he's not the main concern. Starvin and S-Tag do believe this is going to be an A site here. The truth is that Freiburg, lone defender towards B, gets pushed in towards the short position, and he goes down with ZywOo dealing with Starvin. S-Tag left to miss the backstab window against MBK. He'll wait about here, try and see if he can play lurk and take this man down. Indeed, he will be able to do so. So Heroic, no rifles saved in this next round, 15-8. I'm kind of surprised no one saw the line from mid to B. Surprised no one tried to check it. I mean, they were kind of smoked off from Connector and Jungle, but sorry, Connector and Sniper's Nest, but and no one tried to adjust, and everyone kind of kept themselves held out towards the A bomb site. Left Freiburg alone and afraid. Maybe they didn't have much as information as I did, but, you know, I digress. Eco here for Heroic. That much we cannot debate, that much we cannot argue about. This is probably going to be a Vitality round as a result. Gone for the mid face initially. Blame down to 10 points of health. Flashbangs in from MBK. Try and prompt out a mistake from Heroic, but the smoke's being set up, the flashbangs and everything. Ready for Vitality as they go out towards Connected Jungle and Stairs. No one for CT though. Standing trying to force these issues, force these faces. Blame also close range towards the firebox. He's dealt with by ZywOo. NATO Safix facing up, gets one kill. S-Tag with a secondary one as well. The eco could come through. MBK's close, but they can't quite close out the low HP players on the T side. Freiburg last man to try and take another frag. It's not going to happen. ZywOo turns on for the 2K. Nice try. Nice try. They focused their damage a little bit more. Possibly would have given it over to Heroic, but Vitality maintain order. They maintain 3 players. Heroic got 1 more round to half buy into. They want to go for that AWP force buy, or AWP full buy, I guess you could say. But Vitality should, being the keyword there, make it up to 10 rounds. Oh, NATO Suffix, is he going to get spotted? He does get the kill on Apex. Alright then, that's something. RPK, ready for the trade. Thank you, Auto Director, for only showing us 1 of those 2 kills. Cheers, boys. Broke down to 4 versus 4. And Vitality slowly setting themselves up for the hit towards A. 4 players after losing their first man. None from Heroic's going to swing out and get that rifle dropped. Imagine that when the hit comes through, the last player will just fall back and pick that up and go for the save to get an extra weapon into the next round for the Heroic side. S-Attack facing, almost takes RPK, but RPK stays alive at 3 HP. And now Blame is the next CT to face on the defense. Freiburg and Starven on the way, but Blame backed over in connector. Playing extremely passively on this one. He'll be spotted, isolated, taken down. Good deagle from Freiburg. Gets himself a second as well. It's a 1 versus 2 for Starven. And low HP for RPK. This could still be plausible here if Starven makes it work. He can't deny the bomb plant. He'll wait for ZywOo. Facing around that corner, here's the footsteps. Ooh, but ZywOo just about gets away alive. And Starven, no defuse kit, but he's got an AWP now picked up. Taps it once. Looking back around, turn around against RPK. Backs are turned. There's no idea. Flashbangs over, tapping the bomb again, has to stick the whole thing. RPK face up, can't get ZywOo. I thought he was going to challenge RPK at first, but in the end just rotated back and RPK did not go for the face. So 15 to 10 Vitality, now within 5 of the Heroic lead. A timeout going to get called by Heroic again. Their 3rd tactical of this matchup. They have 1 more after this. But this could be the timeout that pushes them over the edge and gets them the map victory. Now the comeback on Vitality's side, not quite looking so far gone anymore. The Frenchman away quickly into the mid position. It's Apex, the first man up, spots 1 to ticket booth, but only tags NATO Staffix down to 75 points of health. Nade response from Freiburg will do a little bit more to MBK, and a little bit of damage onto ZywOo as well. Tries to take phase 2, players spotted, he only gets the 1. Starven with a trade back in a 4 versus 3. The CT's holding it down, Starven turning up, but trade frags coming in for Apex. Makes it a 3-on-2, but CT's quickly into position. This is Vitality's chance, but vice versa for Heroic. The same thing could be said. Incendiary's down, trying to force the issue. This could be it for Heroic. The backstab waiting to come through from Blame. As Apex rounds that corner, turns on for the first, connects the Sprons to the second, but can't take him down. RPK will finish the job. It's all left to Blame, and they've turned a 3v2 to a 2v1. Blame in the apartments, does not see RPK, and RPK will take him down. So Vitality stay alive against the odds that Heroic are stacking against them. And they could still win this. They could still come back and take overtime. Vitality really waking up in the final quarter of this matchup. Only 4 more rounds to go to equalize. Some of the numbers being posted up by some of the players as well is insane. 22 frags for ZywOo, 24 for Freiburg. Both having a stellar map in this one. Flashes over, Esatag around the corner with a P250 is the base of the defensive for Heroic on the A site. It is an eco. Vitality should be taking number 12 here. As Alex starts off in mid, catching off a lurker, the team's going to get suppressed by the pistols. Damage coming through against MBK, but in the end, Blaine falls and Esatag waiting back in the smoke, trigger disciplined, taking damage, but not giving up the ghost here. He'll hear the footsteps. Freiburg will go down. Molotovs will be extinguished by the smoke, interestingly enough. But unfortunately, they read onto him. They can't do much about it. 1v4 for Starvin. Got a kill already. Here's Apex in the middle area. Looks for the deagle up. Oh, missing. Couldn't quite get it either. Apex stays alive at 4 points of health and Heroic. Not getting much done on that eco, but it is an eco, so 15 to 12. Within 3 of the lead, Heroic have a bye. Double orb setup for NATO, Safix, and Esatag. Esatag playing over on the A-bomb site, and NATO Safix boosting up into the mid position. You're going to try and go towards short. Meanwhile, the defensive from Heroic, you have to focus fire here on B site because all the utility getting set up by the Vitality side. It's going to be a fast execution from the T's. Here they come, Starvin and Freiburg. Freiburg first contact, the flashbangs come through, the smoke's going to go back down, and Starvin spots 2 and he connects it onto both. NATO Savage coming in mid-position with the AWP, and suddenly it's all falling apart for the T side. NBK and Apex well out of angle, the smoke's up, and NATO Safix lines a blind shot on Apex. It's a perfect defense from Heroic, as NBK left caught off guard to the mid-position, rotating towards the A-bomb site, but no real chance of this one. Esatag here on stairs, ready to face. Does get taken out by a Tech 9. NBK. Will you clutch this? Will he clutch this? Up facing. Almost lands on NATO Safix, but goes to the bomb plant anyway. And NATO can't catch vision on towards him. NBK crossing past, going to CT. Flashbang catching perfectly in the face, and he's hearing 2 steps around the corner. He's got to get headshots perfectly. Trying to take down one more, but he just can't do it. It's going to be the defuse, 16 to 12 for Heroic as they take map 1. But a big comeback brought